turning minds, yes, yes, yes. Indeed, Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Audio, Waited USA. Jocelyn is no stranger. Together, we're going to have a sweat time on the Gospel Caravan this morning. He's involved with a lot of things, you know.
the
Yeah.
face of the earth. America have its policies and regulations that keep its people in tight. So, but again, I keep telling people, in as much as America is great, there's nowhere like home.
Mm.
There's absolute nowhere like home. So, you go to America, I see America as a land where you go and hustle.
Um, Back when we first had the interaction, the rhythm, the voice, it have actually changed. You
Yeah.
know, you've actually elevated your game. I must say thanks so kindly.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
what's good for Liberia? What's in the making?
Well, currently there are a lot of things that we're working on. For the music part, we have when we worship experience coming up,
Okay.
WWE. So we are at the health of getting it, it take you to your destination.
Wow.
China have gone far ahead in tech, but Liberia, I know we're not fully there yet. But again, it's now time that the generation, I encourage the people from the 3 days conference, that if whatever you must learn computer. No matter what you do,
The war is
learn
digitized.
learn computer. a lot of worshipers. If you leave the stage, what happens? What do?
What next?
God will not bless you, my brother, because you're a top prayer warrior. God will not bless you because you fast a lot. God will only bless the works of your hands. The moment I realized that, I came from occasions. Every time I will come from occasion, and when I go to work, when I go to work late, because my move forward, grace will be available for us to go through these things.
That brings me to the Bible story of Moses. When Moses went to the fire furnace, God said, "What is in your
Right
hands?
in your hands.
What is in your hands?" So there are times in which people feel that, oh, you speak in tongues, shaklabo, shaklabo, and at the end of the
Then in the presence of an angel to wrestle him. That's why the angel kept asking him, "Who are you? Who are you to hold me till this time? Who are you?" But Jacob had something inside of him, but he never knew who he was.
Mhm.
Still worship God. And of Moses Bliss. So we've stepped up the game. So when you step up the game, the sound, everything, and everything step up.
Mhm.
So if you go into the big league, you must understand that in the big league, it's not free. It's not free. You have to put money into the work. And how do you get the money? Well, you're not utilizing the works of your hands. How? It's a hard thing. So now you see music ministers will struggle in church. They will hold their pastors accountable. Equally, so the church have its own share, because if a pastor in a church is not teaching his followers, his members about financing, it's a key thing. We shy away from it. We expect the people to bring the 10%. But what happens to the 90%? Are we teaching them how to grow the
To
90%
multiply the
to get to
90%.
100%,
Yeah.
that at the end of the day, they can take out the 10% and give back to the church? No. We're so much caught up with the idea of bring the 10%, bring the store, to tithe in the store, how the damage be meet. That
Well, this is the Gospel Caravan right here. We're playing host to Charles Leon. He's a Liberian based there in the USA. He's doing marvelous things back home. You listen to him. 100 bedroom structure for our health sector.
or came to their office, beat drums and play some music. I have no problem with people who beat the drums. It's great. Come and just do some political chants and pull that man out of destiny. That man is shifted right there from his place of destiny, and they make his or you shift something in a country. So the actual answer is no, absolutely no.
So in terms of funding, how do you actually get your funding to have gone that far to put a structure,
Yeah.
100 bedrooms, where you have a district or the government in struggling to even have a structure erected
Mm.
in
And then we start saving here and there, here and there, here, and we started. And when we started, we presented this to God. Say, God, this is the work of our hands. But we never just presented it on the basis of this is the works of our hand. We want you to bless us. We made a vow. The vow was 75% of everything we've got, profit wise, it goes to charity. Land and everything is a swarming land. So what we did also in our project, we helped the community with the road. We constructed, we try to fix up the because the road was so deplorable. And I asked like, they have the building of the hospital was the easiest part. I must tell you. Putting in $1.2 million into that structure was the very easiest part. But then as the business got to a certain level, you know, there is highs and lows in business. And when we hit our lower end in business, uh, we had to meet up with getting the equipment. $325,000.
wow.
I sent uh two persons to China to go in and secure his equipments. When they sent the bill, I was like, wow. Just the starter bill.
If your dream doesn't fear you.
It's not good. It definitely. Just let him go. It was a hard moment for me looking at somebody who ate your $15,000 and just said, "Yeah, put him outside and let go." I had to let go. So that's where, you know, everything started, and we are here. By next month, the 25th, we're going to do a walkthrough of the facility where we're going to invite journalists to come in and invite other permanent people to come in and just do a walkthrough of the entire facility. And then gradually we open up to outpatient and then inpatient services.
So you've been doing both out and
Out and
inpatient.
inpatient services. Yeah.
Wow, that's very, very welcoming. So if you just join us, he's Charles Leon. He just returned from the US. He's here. I shouldn't embrace it.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
should crumble it.
Crumble it
And at
because
the end of the day, we have our children's children. We have the generation to come. What will your child say about you? What legacy are you leaving behind? Also, my powers, the patrocrat chair of the party, saying, I'll say. And at the end of the day, what have you left behind?
oh my
What
God,
is being left behind?
it's a legacy. It's everything.
If a father cannot lay the foundation for his child, who is that father?
person have some $2 million fund sitting somewhere that they're gonna be rolling out into investment. It's a big boost right there. You still standing on the floor. That person have a platform right there. So like it ties into the father thing. As a father, if you cannot leave a platform for your children, it's all about building that platform for them to come and stand on. So if there's no platform, there's no way. So the Bible says the foundation destroy, what can the
What
righteous
did
do?
you righteous do?
It can also be applied in that. So who leaves the foundation? The foundation is built by the parents. So it's upon that foundation the children come and erect whatever structure that needs to be. So if that foundation is not erected properly, is destroyed, it's not, that how can that child transition into a society and do better and get ahead? It's a tough one.
So, Charles, now back to the event, the playing event. Before going to the event, how is the recruitment of folks who will be working at the institution looks like?
So in the next week, not this week, next week, I have a team that flies in from the US. Um, I set up a whole board and a whole team that helps with because I have no knowledge on hospital running. Absolutely no. The only thing I get to do is to provide the funds. Apart from that, whatever happens beyond that, it's a whole technical level. But so we want to make sure that we bring the merit system. We want to bring the merit system into our hiring process. There is a test, a nursing test for the nurses. You take that test. Uh, it, the purpose of the test is to evaluate your skills and your understanding with regards to what you do. So it may not be actually on certain marks, but we want to know to what extent you understand the work. We don't want to have nurses who be yelling at patients. Like, wake up. Yeah.
I'm here for that thing. Oh.
Somebody in pain. A woman come in pain and the nurses are yelling at her all day. That's a psychological breakdown for that woman.
Tempering with the mental health of
I'm
that
telling
person.
you, definitely. If that woman decides to go back again, when she go into that hospital, all she'll be
It's going to be
thinking
traumatic.
how the nurses are going to yell at her, how things are going to happen, and you have created a whole different story for your delivery room right there. Oh, you know that the hospital delivery room, that people not respect people, and they're going to be creating all stories. So we want to make sure we have professional nurses, nurses who are able to put the patient needs first. If the patient comes to the hospital, something I tell the team, I have to stress this and make sure that it is a paramount thing. If a patient comes to the hospital, you don't ask that patient for money until that patient is admitted. It's treated. Treat the patient while on the bed. There's a team who is set up that are responsible for collection that comes around with their computer, because we're going to be doing an electronic system.
Digitize the whole system.
It's a whole digital system. So we have started establishing pharmacies around Liberia. When you go around and see the Mandra pharmacy, everywhere you see the Mandra pharmacy, that's an extension of the hospital. So in locations where you can pick up your drugs directly from the hospital, you can just go to the pharmacy, give your name, your date of birth, and the patient number, and they're gonna look you up right in the system and know which
kinds of drug,
which were prescriptions that were sent to that pharmacy for you. So we want to create an amazing system, but we have to make sure we put in some measures. We need professional nurses. We need people who are called. We don't need nurses who just want to come in and make the money. They want to come into nursing because they want to get money. People get bored. I've seen people at hospitals and facilities who went in for the money. They get drained. They get irritated. If you go in, first you might have passion for what you do. It's a nursing field. It's a human thing. It's a life and death matter. If you don't have passion, you can't work for us. We want to make sure that also one of the key things we put it in place is nurses are not moving from their houses with their nursing uniform and coming to work. My brother,
it gets polluted. Yeah.
that's a transmission of disease. But people don't understand it in the country. The nurse coming from the hospital, she in her nurse uniform, she sit in a taxi and
She's rubbing
she rubbing
some
on people. People want to show that the nurse. No. So in the hospital, we build rooms. We call it dressing room. And we're going to make available scrubs, changing scrubs. You come to the place with your regular clothes. You walk in, you go in the dressing room before your shift starts. You change, you get into that. You finish, you put it right back. We have a team that's going to come back and take
And
out
do the
those
laundry.
and do the laundry and everything. So we want to create a system where this is not only just only in the area. The dream is to build maybe 3 to 4 different of those hospitals by the special grace of God in different facilities, in different communities. But again, we need professionals. We cannot do this without people who don't have love for the field. It's a hard one.
So now, to the event for December,
Yeah.
how is it like? What are the procedures and what are the measures you put in place to because this is one of the main through which you are sending out the information, the
Yes.
publicity, and all the
Yeah.
stuff like that, because that's one of the gospel ministers that the folks have gotten attracted to. GDK
GDK.
is one
Mhm.
of those individuals. So where will the event be held? The time, the date, and what are the costs attached?
So conclusion of the event center would be climax. Would come to that by the end of tomorrow. So we're looking at having it at the Winners Chapel. If discussion don't fall through tomorrow, because they said there was some event that was held there before, which created some level of problems that they are trying to stop people from having programs there. But we might go to the ministerial complex
The ministerial complex
where
will
we
be one
held
of the best.
where we had the first one. I
Yeah,
think that's where after today we might make that decision, the team and I.
I think
So
that would be the
moving to
best.
the ministerial complex, then the event is free. So there's another vision that we had, another promise we had with God. Once God opened doors for us and we are able to create bigger platforms for other people, we don't charge. Even in our administration, we do not charge. Places people invite us, you never go places and say, okay, we invite Minister Charles and you say, pay me this. No. If you can get me there, get me there. If I'm in a place to lay my head, I come back. If you don't want to be a blessing, fine. You want to? That's great. That's how I've operated with ministry. So having a concert that big, no, we're not going to charge. It's going to be a free concert. Minister Judy Case has already received her money upfront for payment
Wow.
before even she can come to life. She did a video, so we're just waiting. Once we conclude today, and we'll have to call our team and we have to do another video if the venue is not settled. But again, is that the Winners Chapel or the Ministerial Complex? It's going to be free. It's December 22nd. December 22nd, we will be having a great time in the presence of God. And we are featuring a whole lot of young people. Whole lot. So again, I'm moving back. I'm moving into a fallback position. After this WWE, um, the people at the meeting will say, "Are you retiring?" No, I'm not retiring. I'm just, as a good player, you must know when to hang up your jersey,
Yeah,
know when to step back,
that's a
when
smart move.
know when to stay out of the game and allow the young people to move on. But again, we must have trusted young people who are able to move forward. So you can just leave it completely in the hands of young people when you know that they are not fully grown to that level. So after this WWE, we're going to be going into a more supportive role in the music field, creating studios, engaging into young people, promoting, building branding platforms for young people. So it's our next goal. But Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, at the Agape Church on the Old Road, we are having audition for all backup singers. We're going to have 2 set of backup singers. So if you are listening and you are good, and very key thing, our backup singers also have the opportunity to take lead. If you watch the first WWE, most of my backup singers were given opportunity to come and lead the song through the process. So if you're a backup singer, you're a lead singer, also that's a great opportunity for you to come to the audition on Wednesday the 3rd at the Agape Church on the Old Road. Yeah.
Well, so let's get a few of your songs. He's out with something great. You're gonna like it. We've been playing and you've been listening. So shortly we will open the lines for those of you, those questions that you need to ask. You ask them. I know most of that the job business you have on. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get a song from Chaz. A couple of his songs. So before we get this one, how did the inspiration come with this song?
Nobody to somebody. Man, I'm telling you. One of my biggest story, it's the war, during the war, man. No food to eat. Uh, Sometimes they just have to mix chicken soup pepper and just just like just lick that chicken soup pepper and get a big cup of water, man. Just drink it. Boom, you're good. You're good to go. And when you come outside, your friends thinking that you're from in the house eating all your big butter. Listen, look at them. They come and eating inside now. They come outside with their stomach, now that pepper chicken soup, come and licking.
Green plum.
Everything, and looking at where God took us and bring us and where He has brought us, it's just so amazing. So the song "Nobody to Somebody" came up, and it can only be God. Everything, what we are, what we will be, in every aspect of life, it can only be God. So that was where the inspiration came up. We're troubled,
So this one.
sight, play the strength. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. So cast down. I've made so many songs until I have to figure it out at a certain point. But this song is it's just about telling God how wonderful He is. It's an expression. I remember when I was working on this song, it was just something we just started up in choir practice. And then my keyboardist in church started playing the sound. So wait a minute. Go back again, play it again. And then every time a song drop in my spirit, the first thing I do, I take my phone, my voice note, I go to the voice note and record it. Yeah, as I'm speaking to you, I have about 100 plus songs on this phone that have not been recorded. So when I want to record a song, I try to go through every single one of them and go back in time and say, hey, okay, this one, okay, this one fit this season. And then I can bring it out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that get a gist of it, and we'll play a couple of the songs.
Next, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. All spirit in our body, the dying of the Lord Jesus, that the life also of Jesus might be made manifest in our body. Hallelujah. Away for me. You made a way for me. When everything seems not to work, no, you step in and just made a way for me. Oh, you brought me out, oh God. Ooh. You brought me out, oh God. When everything seems not to work, look, you brought me out, oh God. You make a way. I'm so glad you made a way. Yes, you did, God. When everything else couldn't work, oh, not to work, but you stepped in things. You made it work. Somebody
This is the Gospel Caravan on Rock 105.1. Rufus Divine Plan.
And for you, oh God, your grace made a way. I love this part. Where would I go? Because for you, oh, your grace made a way. Where would I be? You made Charlotte. Come on, somebody just raise your voice. Raise your voice. No matter what it is, God will always be there. Yes, you see. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Yeah.
The Gospel Caravan on Rock 105.1 with Rufus Divine Plan.
It's turning around, turning around, turning around for my good. It's turning, 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 turning around for my good. When the doctor said no, you say yes, turning around for my good. When the way seems dark, you are my light.
It's Charles Slayer,
Around
your own Liberian brother based there in the USA,
so I can see, but
doing tremendously well. Not just the music aspect,
you're Jehovah, my
he's touching lives,
oh my,
creating jobs.
oh I see it.
So you want to form part of the broadcast and ask those questions? You've been listening to us.
Everywhere I
All you need to do is to place your calls on these numbers.
go around,
0887 105 105, 0778 665073.
when the way seems dark,
You want to inquire about the program that is slated for the 22nd of December. You want to be one of those backups?
my strength,
You can ask the question.
hey, hey.
You are a nurse. I want you to form part of the professional nursing team. You can also ask those questions. Whatever question you want to ask relative to what Charles is involved with, the opportunity is yours. 0887 105 105, 0778 665073. You want to give him a pat on the back for what he's doing? You can also call in.
God, the Holy Ghost, therefore no weapon formed and fashioned against me shall prosper. Turn in my favor.
Indeed, it's in confirmation of Romans chapter 8, verse 28.
Turn in my favor.
All things work together for good.
All things for you say.
It's good to know God for yourself, folks.
It works for mine. Everything
Build a relationship with Him.
turn in my favor.
Have that personal relationship with God. The prophecy may come. It might tarry because you're not getting yourself involved. Oh, you will travel, yes. What are you doing to make the travel to come to pass? So that becomes a vague prophecy.
Yeah. You don't have passport. Oh.
Oh, yes, he said in a word, all things work together for good to them that love God and are called by his name and purpose. You know, all of us on the face of the earth do have a purpose. So our prayer should be to God, Lord, let me live a purposeful life. Let me identify my time and season. And you understand? A lot of us don't identify our timing. We don't identify our season. So we are just living out of yes.
You see, when a man operates within his time and season, he expands.
Oh yeah.
Even if that season or timing leaves, that man is still relevant.
Oh yeah.
Because he utilized the time and season. You see, this is what the Bible says the children of Issachar were so different because they understood the time and season. They know when to sow. They know how. They understood it. You see, understanding and revelation are key.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't read the Bible with understanding and revelation, and we read the Bible as a storybook, we read the Bible as something, because I was telling young people that when your pastor said Philippians 4:19, but my God will supply your needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. And everybody want to quote it. Really? No. But what happens before that word was mentioned by Paul? That but my God. Paul came to a place where he never thought he would have been treated the way he was treated. He got to a place where the people did not even love Christians. But in that place, the way they treated him, the way he was dealt, he said, but my God, that was a personal thing he was telling them. So you go places and people are so good to you, so generous to you, but yet you leave and you can't release a word. You just go. So Paul was releasing a word unto them. So in order for that particular portion of the scriptures to work for you, you must find yourself in situations that are connected to that. You don't just quote scripture. But say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against me shall prosper. Even misquoted.
Mm-hmm.
Is that God will condemn it. God will not condemn the tongue that rises up against you. It's a you. Inside of you have the ability to condemn the tongue that rises up against you. You sit on the devil, take your front porch. The devil can't take up your living room. You're waiting for God to fight your battle. And you are there as
you have the authority.
You have the authority. Everything that you need is inside of you to set barriers, to set that blockade. Everything you need. But then you're waiting for heaven to release. God is watching. The creation is waiting endlessly for the manifestation of the sons. And the sons are not manifesting. Creation will watch you. God in heaven will watch us. If we are not operating within our time and season, within that God purpose, that God-given purpose, that set phase, if we're not operating within that phase, creation will watch us. People have time to do exploit in the land, but they cannot because they missed out on their season. They missed out. So everything will work together for your good if you're in alignment with your season.
Oh, yeah. Let's get this one again. Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. I'm missing out on it. I'm missing out on it. I'm missing out on it. That's not eight. That's not eight. Okay, let me see. This one.
Purposeful life.
Yeah, you live a purposeful life.
All that you are to me, all the ways you're changing me. Could sing forever. Your love is a banner over me. Your majesty, it knows no end. For everything you have a plan. In life, you are the reason. You made all the seasons stay in line. Dependable Father, unchangeable God, King, that's just who you are. Dependable Father, unchangeable God, that's just who you are.
I have no other God but you. Promises are everlasting. Your greatness exceeds my thoughts. At your right hand, a place is forevermore. There's nothing impossible. Cause you do unspeakable. Unchangeable.
Cause your love is incredible.
Incredible Father, unchangeable God, reliable King, that's just who you are.
Dependable Father, unchangeable God, reliable King, that's just who you are. Everything you say, you want to, every step you want, come to pass. What kind of God you are? That the wind seems to know. Everything you say, you do, every broken life, come to pass.
Oh, yes. Hebrew 13:8. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Yesterday, he's our dependable Father. Lean not on your own understanding. In all of thy ways, he says some more. He said, in all of thy ways, acknowledge the Lord, and he will direct your path. Some of you looking up to the prophet to prophesy before you move. Hey, my friend, you're going to wait You're gonna wait. Your prophecy will tarry.
Unchangeable God, reliable King, that's who you are.
Oh yes, that's just who God is, man. God,
Yeah.
God is so powerful. You know, when you know God for yourself, Charles.
Yeah.
I mean, things. He never said it would be easy,
No.
but when things arise, you know where to tackle.
There's
You
always
know
a way.
where there's a
There's
way.
always
He
a
said,
way.
where He will leads, His grace is there to sustain.
Sustain you.
So your sustainability is in His way.
Yeah. You see, I tell people one of my favorite lines is, the hands of God is upon many, but the finger is upon few.
Mm-hmm.
The finger is pointed in the directions of few. Those who understand Him, not fully, you can understand God fully, but understands that everything you do, it must have a little application with the Bible and with scriptures, and understand deeply that whatever you learn from the word, it must be done through understanding and revelation. Because as you read it, as you hear it, allow your spirit man to resonance with it. You see, there are things I will hear. Once it don't resonate with my spirit, I just let it pass.
That's why
I feel,
we need to ask God for the spirit of discernment.
yeah, I just filter it out. But let it go. Because there are things you will hear and will stick with you.
Mhm.
When it stick with you, and then it falls in your spirit, it becomes a working tools. Throughout your life, you use it in everywhere. Like I have this routine every morning before I wake up from my bed, before my feet touch the ground. I have to say, where the soles of my feet shall tread, I shall possess.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's become a general routine for me. And the day I missed it, on that, the day I missed and just placed my feet on the ground without saying it, there are things my day would just be rocking, and I would trace back to the onset of my day and say, hey, wow, I think I missed my favorite line today. It's become a routine because it's like you waking up in the morning and speaking. You see, the Bible says, what while we slept, the enemies came
Yeah.
and planted
So
evil
see,
seed. So when you wake up, you don't know what's happening around you in the realm. So the first thing that comes out of your mouth in the morning matters.
it's a declaration.
Some people get up very angry, and they get up, they can't wait. They're on Facebook, they get up, they can't wait to look up something. Whatever you see the eyes and the ears are window to your soul. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, it matters when you wake up in the morning. So whenever I wake up in the morning, I like to make some declaration. Whatever the source of my feet shall tread, as I possessed. I look up in the mirror, brush my teeth. When I finish, I say some things to myself, that your day is blessed. You are wonderful. You are highly favored. You will go in the midst of men, and you will be favored among men. So I declare all these things to myself before even I leave. But nowadays, people, we don't do that. We just
The first thing
get
we
up.
wake up, that boom, my,
Nah.
maybe before we could go to bed, we had a post made,
Uh-huh.
and we want to know how many
How many
likes, how
views
many
alive?
comments. And at the end of the day, we don't even take up the time to read the Bible and say our prayers because, yeah, like you
What
said it, while we were asleep, the devil came and sowed a seed.
a preacher man once said, he said, sometimes if you finish praying, the Spirit of the Lord want to say some things to you,
Give it a time.
but you're in rush. You jump in the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom to speak to you, and then you are loud in the bathroom, some singing something or doing. Come back. Say, okay, I'm going to wait until they get in the car, and then I can speak. So, you see, prayer is a communication. Whenever you speak, you must hear back. So, while you're in your car, he want to come and speak to you, but then boom, the music is all loud, and that whole day, you just missed out on your response of what you pray for. So when you pray, sometimes just give at least maybe 10, 15 seconds, or 20 or 30 seconds. Go to a minute of silence. Just meditate and hear. Sometimes he may not want to speak back. Sometimes it may not be on the spot. But at the moment of your day, that this is something to call the sober reflection of a man.
Mhm.
Where the man, no matter what he does, he will have that break time where 5 seconds of his
That
life
will reflect.
he would just reflect on how he day went. And that's when the word comes through. So that moment that you take a break, listen. After prayer, don't be in a rush. Nobody running behind you. Our Father, what did ever do? And people just pray fast. It's a communication. How can you communicate in that manner? How do you expect your Father to hear you? He's your Father, for heaven's sake. He's your Father. So if we treat God on the basis of, as our Father, the prodigal son, when he looked around, he realized that, listen, I'm here eating pig food. My father owned a mansion. Not even a servant in my father's house eats this kind of food. He made a conscious decision right there. I must go back to my father. So no matter what you do, no matter what you encounter, always know that he's your father. And there is that room always available for you to go back to him. Don't. I love the prophetic. I love the pastoral thing. I love everything. But do not depend on man. There is, the curtains have opened. The veil,
yes.
the veil was split for a reason. What's the reason? The veil was split for you to enter into his presence and speak. Not just, oh, okay, Pastor, my head hurting. I don't know what happened to me. And then now your faith is confined to a bottle. Oh, I don't want to go there.
The time is fast, but we have that another time. So, just what do you have to say to your folks in closing?
I want to say thank you so much for all those who listen and continue to listen to Love FM 105.1. Thank you again to my brother Rufus. We appreciate you so much. And if you are listening out there, if you want to be part of the audition on Wednesday, come Wednesday from 12 to 4. It's not Liberian time. It's universal time, 12 to 4. If you are there 12 o'clock, great. If you come after 4, we'll be walking out the door. I don't care whether you have the Nightingale voice, we will be passing by you. So we want to encourage you, please, whatever it is, make your way, be a part of it, and let's together have a great time. Structure a team that we can move on into December and have a great, great, amazing time in the presence of God. So for those who are thinking of putting in application at the hospital, our office is located in Keba. So you can reach our office on 0887 111102. 0887 111102. So reach out to us, bring in your letter of intent and your curriculum vitae. So we'll be looking forward to having a discussion with you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Charles.
Yes, my brother.
Let's carry you back to your old days.
Straight from the lab of Dr. Roy.
This is the Gospel Caravan on Love 105.1 with Rufus Divine Carneh. Unto him that is able to keep us from falling from the throne of grace, he's the only wise God, being dominion and power forevermore. We had Charles Leon here talking more about his involvement, his humanitarian gesture, and of course he has lot in store. On December 22, Judicare will be here. He has a 100-bedroom hospital looking out for professional nurses. So the opportunity is yours. Others, you can do the same. You don't have to take political office before you do these things. You can do it out of the political arena. This is your land, a land that we as citizens cannot be deported from. In union, success is sure with God above our rights to prove we overall prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending. We meet the fall with valor unpretending. My name is Rufus Divine Carneh. This is how we wind down the curtains on the standard version of the program, The Gospel Caravan. We have the time, God willing, next Sunday. When we'll be around here, have yourselves so wonderful and God bless them. Bye-bye.